What's going on, guys? Got a video response to ChillyMostly. Before I get into that, I want to say a lot of people in this community have stepped up recently. Very proud of that, to see people lending their voice to this community with the anticipation of Madden 25 and not being afraid to put out their videos and opinions on simulation football. To me, that speaks very clearly about where this community is headed. Now, secondly, if you don't have the book up on your screen, Quiet Strength by Tony Dungy, at some point, hit the pause button or get off to eBay or Amazon. Make sure you get a copy of this book. To me, it is an unbelievable testament of a man who maintained his strength, composure, and faith while he was tested with much adversity on a professional and personal level. And the interesting thing was, some of this was played out through mass media, but to go back and read the words of the man who lived it and seeing his continued effort to push to improve people's lives through football, it's quite an inspiring read, and I think whether you're a Colts fan or a religious person or not, you would really enjoy this book. Now, secondly, get a little fire alarm issue going on. Secondly, the opinions I express in this video are all opinions that I've let the people know that I'm going to speak about. I have, as much as you can, to the face, so to speak, of someone on the internet. So I want to go back and talk about 2006 when I started making videos, and I watched Apex's videos, and to me, when I saw them, the undertone of a lot of them was that he wasn't able to upload custom playbooks and go out to multiplayer co-ops and have the freedom of expression of creating plays, and I understood that. And Apex coined a lot of terms that we still use today in terms of motion shifting, warping, speed bursts. But that's where I thought I could really have a contribution to the community, because when I looked at plays, I looked at the football fundamentals and principles that weren't respected, not so much the video game issues that were there, although certainly they hinder the gameplay as well. My main concern was when I've drawn up a play or when I've drawn up an offense and I go out to succeed and I'm not able to do that because of game manipulation in ways that don't reflect football principles. That's a bigger problem than video game problems in terms of motion shifting and warping. And that's not to say that, that isn't something that needs to be discussed. It most certainly is. But that's what I wanted my contribution to the community to be. And in fact, before I made these videos, I was breaking them down without the camera there. And I've always used a camera. I've never used a PVR. I've always done that because I felt that you need to have the game play out in the moment. You have to know what you were trying to do, what you were looking at, and to convey that with any type of conviction, with any type of rhythm, with any type of consistency. It has to be done immediately afterwards. I don't feel like you can record it and then lay an audio track over it and have that same rhythm and flow to the video. Now, when we talk about the perception people have of their channels, you can go back and look at a person's body of work and make whatever perception you want about them. I mean, myself included, you can go back and take a look at my videos and make a case that I'm a nitpicker, I'm emotional, I'm a complainer, whatever the case is going to be. But the fact of the matter is, you still have to go back to your roots at some point, so to speak. And I've always went back to sim football breakdowns. My last video was a sim football breakdown. The problem I see in the community is people that don't do that get labeled for whatever reason. Sometimes justified, other times not. I think you need to look no further than MD and J. These are guys that are capable of making great simulation breakdowns. MD's last video was amazing. When Jay first got Madden, he made great breakdowns. To me, the tragedy is that they don't do that more often. When I go to their channels, that the ratio to, anti-sim standard videos, if you want to call them that, to sim football breakdowns is 10 to 1. And to me, that's why, their respect, if you will, gets questioned in the community. And I wish it wasn't that way. I wish it was the other way around. I feel like if you portrayed simulation football, maybe not the same way as I do, but in your own unique individual way, we could grow a lot more. And that's not to say that I haven't had my arguments or my fights with people on this channel. I certainly have, and that's still there for you to go back and see. But I've also been doing this for years. Those disagreements are going to happen in a game that we're all emotional about, which is the core reason we're all here to begin with. Now, I'm not saying that we can't obviously have new groundbreaking ways to break down sim football. We all need to push the same stale, repetitive message. But I think we all need to have that continued resolve and focus. And certainly, listen, if there's anybody that would be upset with Sim or Smitty, it would be me. And I don't harbor resentment to either one of those guys. I really don't. I want you to go to their channel. I want you to watch their videos. Whatever it takes for you to be more active in the community and to strive to see that we're all trying to get a better game is what you have to do. But I can also see people's opinions of them change because the same content isn't there. The Sim Standard channel doesn't get a video put up once a week, twice a week. The original concept was once a day. The Sim Football breakdowns don't appear on that channel as much as they used to. So I can understand where people come from when they say, you've changed. You don't do this the way you used to do it anymore. And that's not to say Sim hasn't had some great breakdowns on his channel recently. He has. But again, it goes back to the body of work and consistently doing it. That's, I think, what's hampered the community more than anything else. Is people don't know where to look because there hasn't been a lot of consistency. But hopefully, we can all get on the same page. I don't think that's going to happen in a conference call. I don't think anything constructive is going to happen in a 15-person conference call with any topic, much less, 10 or 5, whatever the case is going to be. I think we all need to continue to have a resolve to get a better simulation football game. If that means that we do that individually through our channels, then that's the case. But I think we all need to help support each other. And I've tried to do that a lot more recently than I have in the past. Just the other day on Twitter, somebody questioned me about where can I go to see new videos. And I responded with a list of people that I've seen videos from, directed them to go there, and that's what they went and did. So man, hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope more importantly, you take a new mindset in terms of how we're going to look at Madden 25, because certainly it does need to be broken down. Hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will be back in the week with more content.